pleasure to be able to wish you Happy New Year in this new year of glory, destiny, peace, and New Year's and holidays because the magic comes out then. The magic that's always around us. Let me get out of the basement here. Some people think I live in the basement, which is I'm grateful for. It's still better than a hot boil. I think I managed to go live. There's Floyd here. This is one of the most important videos you'll ever watch, and I say that without ego. Right, Floyd? I've discovered the secrets to having the best life in the universe. And I say that with no ego, basically, for the most part at all. I wrote a book. I have another friend I met who's helping me with his eloquent words. He's an RN. He's amazing. I know I started this last minute, but I believe in God. And I got to get into that too with some people because, like my one friend from years ago, I hadn't seen him in 20 years, and he's like, the problem with this world is these people that believe in this dude in the sky that tells us what to do and punishes us and blah, blah, blah. I can see your point, man, because I'm not crazy. Well, I am with white light. I can see your point, man, but it's more than that. It's like my friend Big Chuck McBride, the dog whisperer, says, okay? Everybody start chatting, please, because I don't know how this thing works. I've only done like one or two before, and it was like a year or so ago. But my voice is meant to be heard, and it always has been, and I know that. Right, Floyd? And your voice is meant to be heard? Because there's many things I have to tell you about what's going on in this world. I have people debate with me often about many issues, and I love to do so. Because I'm not saying I'm always right, but pretty much I always am. When people don't listen to me, bad things have happened. And I know there's many on YouTube who are clairvoyant, clairaudient, all of that stuff. And for those who don't believe, there's a million stories. And I have a million of my own that can show magical things that have happened. Because you ever have something horrendous happen to you and it happens like that? That's the same way it happens when magical things happen. Like when everybody said my brother was nuts to get into acting years ago after what happened to my son. We'll go into that someday. I just don't want to make everybody depressed, you know. And this fabulous, awesome new year. 2025 is the year of 9. Last year was the year of 8. My son would have been 8. 8, when you flip it, makes infinity, okay? About the magic. I wanted to tell you guys, a lot of people have accused me of being, what do you call it? Sentimental and crazy, basically, including family and friends that I helped in a million ways. And then that's how they repaid me, by the way. I've got so many stories you guys got to hear. That's why they try to silence me, because I tell the truth. I believe in the truth. I believe in honor. I believe in destiny. And destiny is determined by the choices we make. And we also have free will. Boom, 6 people. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys. Say something, would you? It gets complicated in a way. My story is like crazy. I had this guy who was going to write it for me, but then he started yelling at me on Mother's Day and saying, how dare I not come pick him and his son up to do the event we were supposed to do. And I'm like, we weren't doing it today, man, for one thing. Plus, I asked you if you needed a ride. Oh, we were doing it the next day or something. And I was like, plus, I asked you if you needed a ride last week, like twice, and you didn't respond. So now you're screaming at me via text on Mother's Day. But anyway, there's some people that they may have been chosen, but they didn't heed the call, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Now Floyd's scratching the wall again. Because he was like a great guy, and I helped him. He had a multisystemic neurological disorder that many people have had, and asked me, Kevin, what is this, you know? And I'm like, what it is that they don't want to admit to you through all the use of chemicals, pesticides, and genetically modified organisms, that there are new conditions arising that never existed before. Because several people I've seen have had combinations of ALS, MS, Parkinson's, and other neurological conditions all at once. What should we call it? 7. Lucky 7, baby, on here. There was 9. Where'd the other 2 people go? Hey, Bama Cat. That's a cool name. 144, baby. Nice to meet you. I mean, I might know you. There's a lot of people that listen to my stuff Why do my numbers keep going down? I know I'm interesting. You don't get much more interesting than me. Not to brag, it's true. It went down again. Whatever, I'm not going to look at that. I am privileged and blessed to have any people listen, and I appreciate it. And so are you, because I've got awesome stuff to talk about. My day's going great. Nice to meet you as well, Bomber Cat. Every day I have gets better and better, literally. Last October 5th, 2023, just as one example, I sustained a head injury and had a concussion and was laying on the floor multiple times with a dog in the garage and my cat in the house with no electric and no heat. Yeah, so I've been in some bad spots before. Grew up like that too. When your father has money but doesn't believe in taking care of his own children kind of thing. He did always say milk or water. I remember that. How's your day going, Bomber Cat? But there's so much I have to tell you guys. I don't even know where to start. What's most interesting to you? Let me show you my house. My house is a reflection of me. One of my homes, okay? Not bragging. Because I offer anybody who needs refuge to come stay with me. I have a 3-bedroom with this place, but I have other stuff too. And don't think I'm privileged or nothing like that. I work for every single thing I've had in every way. Hello to you too. I'm glad you're doing good. And hello. Tell me what you guys are interested in, because I know a little bit about everything. One new message. Many are searching for this on TikTok. If you notice, it's not an inconsistent thing, and it's not a laziness thing, and it's not a dropping people thing, but that my videos are erratic. Because at one point I was doing across 5 platforms, an average of 7 videos a day on each platform, because God told me to do it. I have visions of art and dreams, and always have. But I used to like downplay it because people think you're nuts. But I mean, people believe in ghosts, people believe in weird things. They believe in science alone, and that magic doesn't exist. Okay, well, if you want to put it that way, everything that you're around at all times is always everything. Go look at any science class, which I've taken a million of them. And that's where the energy thing comes from. So I met this guy, Big Chuck McBride, the dog whisperer on YouTube. If you like dogs and you want to have a better life, not dogs. That's what I was trying to even tell Chuck, and Chuck about that part, man. And I'm like, no, your teachings, Chuck, about dogs apply to people, man. It's energy. You ever hear that thing about if you're scared of the dog attacks you or whatever? Floyd's done that with pit bulls, okay? And Floyd's 11 pounds maybe. You know what I mean? He's literally attacked pit bulls for being insecure and afraid and blah, blah, blah. Because when an animal senses that somebody's like that, they feel that that means that thing might do something bad to them. So they must put it out of its misery. Kind of thing. Not saying that it's right, you know what I mean? But it's the same thing with people. When a dog does something good, you correct it, right? You don't treat it like crap for doing something good. Right? And that's what many people do to other people. Literally, right? Keep talking, guys. Pleasure to see you guys, by the way. I'm going to show you my house and show you Floyd, too. Don't worry, we'll get to that. Lucky 7 again. Whatchamacallit? Here, let me show you Floyd. Say hello to everybody, Floyd. Floyd is amazing. I still call him a baby, but I don't want to give away his age. I love doing cat videos. Oh, that's what I was going to say about people in general. Many people, not you guys who are listening, of course. What the heck? I dropped it 2. Got 2 likes, though. There's nothing more important in this video right now, you guys. I'm telling you. Now I dropped a 1. I got to stop looking at that. Because every person is important. See, that's Floyd. He's amazing. He's always acting kind of like a dog. I got so many Floyd stories. It's amazing. And I know you people love cats and dogs, right? Oh, that's what I was going to say about priorities. You know what I mean? People think it's dumb sometimes about priorities. Well, I'm sorry. My cats and my pets I've had in my life have been the most loyal things you've ever seen. I see a soul in animals. And I see a soul in some people. Not all. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I could go on and on, as you can see. But I'm also doing telemedicine right now. Oh, this is going to tell you about my videos. That's what it was. Oh, shoot, show you my stupid thing here. 1, 2, 3, 1. The only time I ever got cut open in my life was 6606, and it's not just the mark of the beast. It actually means completion as well. My birthday is 6/3, which also incorporates a trifecta. So basically what I'm trying to say is magic does exist, and we need to learn to prioritize. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a lot of people running the world, right, who don't care about other people. They only care about their own wealth, power, and greed. And I said years ago in a presentation I gave, I'm a public speaker too, art is life and life is art. I made a movie with somebody who's awesome. Tiz, his name is, All Grown Up Entertainment. I made a movie called, several movies with him where I was a doctor, because I am a doctor, nurse practitioner, but I don't want to get into it because people argue with me and they don't really understand the difference. But anyway, I made a movie with him and had a part of my son in it, and it was called Too Late. And it's awesome. It really is. It'll make you cry though. But watch that. It's on YouTube. Oh, it's just going to tell you about magic. So my brother went to become an actor. It was after that tragedy. One tragedy happened to me on 4/26/16 about my son. And he wanted to start, he'd already started acting and getting into all this stuff and doing all the work and all that stuff. Believe it or not, films are work. I get people all the time, oh yeah, your phone and your video cameras and blah, 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 real work, man. Yeah, it is real work. Try to do what I do, you know? If you want to be correct about it, you could say, yo, dude, that stuff's cool, man. Let's do it together. I got some ideas too. What do you think? But anyway, everyone said we couldn't do it, and we exploded. We were in a commercial for The Walking Dead, for example, that me and my brother ran. We improv the whole thing, not even knowing before we got there, okay? And everybody else told us, oh, it's a scam, it's not real. No, it was real. And those people were real at Ford Motors who did the commercial. They were awesome. Looking for a clothespin to close this thing for coffee. Kevin and his coffee. I do love coffee. Coffee's actually good for you, by the way. Overall. Yes, it temporarily raises your heart rate and blood pressure and makes me hyper or whatever, but it's all good, man. Sometimes we need someone to help us tame our beasts. Even real heroes need help sometimes. You know what I mean? That's why we have this wolf pack here. Join up, because I'm telling you, everything I do and all my friends, I got you. This channel has you. Do you know how many people I collaborate with? They want to keep me down. They silence me, okay? Oh yeah. Let me go back to the films. You can see I'm all over the place, but because there's so many things. God tells me too, and myself tells me, and the energy of the world, of the universe tells me. Dun, dun, dun. Right, Floyd? Floyd's listening. Back down to 1 here. So anyway, I was in commercials, I was in movies, I elevated from background to go to the top. And IMDb and blah, 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 but there's an idiot on IMDb that's been messing with me for years. He thinks he's my worst enemy, but he's not even cool enough to be my worst enemy. That's right, Sutton. I know you're the one who sent me those emails and said that I didn't deserve my credits in IMDb on Paper Spiders, the movie. You better get off IMDb and stop doing film altogether, man, because the energy tells me. And someday, when we see each other, you best run for your safety. Let me put it that way, considering what you said about my son and you've done to my IMDb, to mess it up, to try to defame my character, okay? Do you know how many people I've tried to defame my character in my life? It's because they're jealous and they think by bringing me down, they can bring themselves up. But it will be the opposite. That's what will happen. Because it's already happened, literally. Keep chatting, guys. As you can see, I got a lot to say. What are we going to talk about for this new year? Oh, how about our wolf pack here, in which we've started a legacy together. Like I was saying, I collaborate with many people. MDs, NPs, PAs, RNs, LPNs, CNAs, okay? I said a thing in one of my videos, and I actually said it wrong from years ago. What kind of a country are we living in when my CNAs make $8 an hour, My LPNs make 13. This was years ago, mind you, right? I was an RN supervisor then. And and then meanwhile, to start at McDonald's, you make $15 an hour. Everybody was like, we're going to leave, Kevin. We're going to go make burgers instead of being liable for people wiping their butts, having people scream at us, punch us in the stomach, kick us, call us every name in the book with no support from the other people, the administration people. If you notice, most people that administer anything in this world, as far as those kind of places, are incompetent fools that hurt people. Okay? It's about their own money. Nursing homes? Oh, I can tell you some stories. That's why they got to get rid of Kevin, because Kevin tells the truth. They got a big problem with the truth in this country, with truth, honor, and the true American way. My grandfather was blinded in World War II, and he met Helen Keller, the blind and deaf lady. There are magic. That's an example of magic right there. There is magic. There are heroes in this world. You're going to tell me all these people that have fought for our country all these years aren't heroes? They're not superheroes? What are they, nothing? We wouldn't even have this country, would we? What are you getting into, Floyd? I didn't even catnip in that mole thing. Watch this. See, we do it all here. Oh, here's a magical thing. So we don't go to all the bad stuff. I got to tell you about Thanksgiving at this one place, though. That just, look at that. Look at that. Kevin and a cat. God wants us to live our best lives, our most legendary lives, right? God wants us to be proud of ourselves, our friends and family, and to have joy. We're here to live for them, okay? I had someone call me unpatriotic. I actually took the video down. It was epic. I climbed a ladder on my car up onto the roof, and on a pole I had attached an American flag, and I threw it, and it landed perfectly right in front of the site of the video camera. And this one guy goes, oh, you better make sure your neighbors don't know that you did that and threw Old Glory in the dirt, because you could end up in the hospital. Oh, you guys are going down? Sorry, I don't mean to be negative. We'll go back to that one later. But let's just say he would wind up being in the hospital for saying that about me. But anyway, but I don't really care, and I'm not like that. Only if need be. Why am I showing you guys a coffee pot? I'm so sorry. What was I going to tell you? Let's get back to my face. Magic. There's so many examples of magic I have. Oh, so anyway, me and my brother ended up being in all these films that went nationwide. So I say that in some of my videos. I'm one of those ones that's famous, but nobody knows who you are, or whatever. You know what it is? They all want to keep you down. It's all about, a lot of it's about money and hierarchy and bullcrap. They love using my face and my voice and everything else, but they don't want to pay you for it. I'm a SAG-AFTRA union actor, for better or worse. I was Spider-Man for my son, and I was Spider-Man growing up. I read every Spider-Man comic in the world, and Stan Lee was a magical person, the one who truly invented Marvel until they commercialized it and made a lot of it suck. In a lot of ways. Some of it's still cool, don't get me wrong. Right? I love that word believe, but yet I don't. You don't believe it, you know it. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. Oh, that's a great example. People say, yeah, right, be positive, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, being positive is the right thing to do because of positive vibes. Think of a cell with a neutron, proton, and electron. Every single thing in this world that's vibrating right now has a positive and a negative charge, right? So if you want to talk about science, there you go. So let's go to the positive and attract the positive by being positive no matter what the situation. I am a master. There's all these people on YouTube that say they're masters. I don't know what gave them the qualifications to do so. But I actually have a master's for one thing and 7 other degrees, summa cum laude, which means with highest honor. So I am truly a master, and I will tell people that because God told me to do so. And all our ancestors and yourself and everybody here wants you to live your best life, right? They don't want you to live a crappy life. I don't want you guys to live a crappy life, and I know you won't because you're watching this video right now. Here's just an example. I try to think of whenever I feel bad about anything, which I try not to ever, but I try to think of You know, you saved lives, man. You've helped people. You've inspired people. Even if they watch your videos for a minute a day, for that minute you made somebody laugh, or at least be like, "What was that?" And there are messages in all my videos, even the so-called silly ones. It's because the people who say they're silly can't see that there's more to the message than what I even did. But also, even with the messages, I like to add in humorous things, right? Um, because we're supposed to have fun and be happy, right? Oh, and by the way, I fear nothing overall, except for possibly not being able to be there when I need to be there for somebody. That'd be about the only thing I fear. Excuse the mess. Busy working doctor, producer, and actor of my own. When it seems, even if everything seems against you, you remember that with God you can face any army, and God is inside you, and God isn't just this dude in the air telling you what to do or whatever, right? God is yourself and the energy that I was talking about. Okay, so watch this. Oh, that's my garbage there. My bad. Like I said, got to clean a little bit. Does this make me insane? God told me to paint this the other day, and I did it all in one take, like I do everything in one take. Does this make me crazy? That's what the people say when they're running for president of this country. Okay? Except they don't add in the honor part because they don't have honor for years. My grandfather was blinded in World War II. He said all the politicians are crooks, and that was years ago. Smile, you're on camera. Should show you my river down there. But anyway, I share anything with people. Like I said, sorry about the mess. I share everything with people. I am scared of nothing, and if that's not what you want to do, that's fine. 2222 on the timer. 222 means you're on the right path. I've got my own set of. Has anyone ever heard of angel numbers? Oh, there's an example of how I'm crazy. My grandfather believed in angel numbers. The same one who, whatchamacallit, was blinded because they're true. When you start, they're called synchronicities in life with the energy that I was referring to earlier. This was supposed to be published per Upstate Medical University, per multiple MDs, DNPs, PAs, NPs, etc. But I never wanted it to fit their format of how they wanted me to write it. I already wrote it perfectly. I'm not going to rewrite it 15 more times for them to say it's in the right format. Shoot, keep showing you my mess. Before you do a live, you think you would clean your house. Because my house looks awesome when I clean it, this particular house. I got another mansion and everything else, maybe for people to live in. Okay, let me get back to the magic. Yeah, so me and my brother literally went nationwide through Sony, including mine, and she uncredited me, or that idiot did that I was telling you about. Where'd everybody go? Drop me some comments, you guys. We've just begun. Get over here. I do voice too. I was supposed to narrate a whole boxing movie and be in it as a coach or something. I don't know. But then COVID hit. Oh, I said the C word. Shoot, they're going to turn off my video and destroy me. That's what they do too. How come I'm a doctor and not allowed to say the C word? How come I'm not allowed to say the K word? Sometimes things do unalive from this particular plane. Lucky 7, baby. 777. You're with Kevin. You'll be in heaven. Know it. Don't just believe it. Know it. It makes no sense. And then for 18 and older, the way they do with these things with the videos. That's how I was telling you about the videos. So my videos went like viral, right? I got thousands on that commercial I did years ago too. But I guess people forget or whatever. But they want to put down things that are inspirational, motivational, exciting, awesome, joyful in this world. Some people do. They want you to be sheep, not wolves. By the way, I'm very offended by that saying about a wolf in sheep's clothing. They make it seem like a bad thing. There are bad wolves though. So that could be true, actually. This nursing home I was just working at, I just love to tell people this because it's an ultimate example. And of course, like I said, most people don't seem to care or something. It's an ultimate example. Here's Floyd's Mall. He's been knocking around here. All right, what did you guys eat for Thanksgiving? A magical time where we give thanks, right? What did you guys all eat? At a nursing home I just worked at that I got screwed by, once again. because I tell the truth. That's a big problem for people who are funneling and extorting money from innocent human beings. Okay. This nursing home I just worked at, they pay an average of $15,000 a month. Okay, to live there, right? And they outsource a dining facility that gives them cold food, little pieces like this of fake meat, you name it. But anyway, I worked on Thanksgiving and it was kind of a horrendous day. But I tried to bring my white light and energy, right? So guess what they gave them for Thanksgiving dinner? 2 fish sticks, 5 little fries, and some coleslaw. But guess what? They gave out thousands of turkeys to everybody because they got a tax write-off on it. Thousands of turkeys in front of the patients. The patients knew about it. This one dude's like, I saw him with an extra truck full of the turkeys too. And then they gave him 2 fish sticks for Thanksgiving. And nobody cares. I did. Actually, there are other people who care too. But you see what I'm saying? So they're raking in the dough while they screw over innocent elderly and rehabilitation patients. I cannot exist in an environment like that because they knew I would take over and treat the people correctly as a true leader does. Not one who just runs his mouth, has never done anything in his entire life, doesn't have an education, doesn't have this, that, and the other, that's running the entire world. You know what I'm saying? You guys are awesome. Thank you for the likes. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I'm Kevin Long, Facebook, but I don't go on there because of a lot of family members that said horrendous things to me, including the K-word threats to me to unalive me. Oh no. But they learn quickly what happens when you try to defame a doctor in a pandemic. Oh, am I allowed to say the P word? I don't care. So anyway, you guys all know COVID hit and everything with film they stopped filming, literally. I had all these movies. I had a guy this super smart guy. I actually helped him a lot and literally saved his life on one of the videos if you watch it. He wrote the COVID story before it happened with a twist, with a child who had this rare form of blood and stuff like that. We're going to do this whole movie. My grandma was going to be in it and make fun of me. It would have been awesome. My brother, other stars you've heard about, but then COVID hit and everything went down. They stopped doing everything. I lost 15 film jobs. I was running an entire facility of 300 people during the C word while getting treated like crap by the administration in Norwich, New York. Norwich Rehabilitation Center. Evil people. Evil. But I want to keep this on a positive note. We'll go back to that someday. It's an awesome story though. But anyway, you guys, I've seen some horrendous things, but I've also seen magical things, and we're going to go with the magic instead of the horrendous things. And that's how you rise above. And it's not being negative to say horrible things that have happened, by the way. It's being truthful. But you don't want to focus on them either, right? You want to focus on the positive. Oh, you guys like this stuff. Where did I put my coffee? I'm looking for it for 45 minutes. Or did I not get a cup? I don't know. What the hell is I talking about? This is very important. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your everything you need, and watch and learn, and we will play and have fun, ladies and germs. Oh, it's funny. I used to get thousands on TikTok. I go to a Star Wars video, and like everybody was like, "Why hasn't this gone viral, dude?" And that's the reason why. Because I have no fear of saying things in my videos that are the truth. The truth shall set you free, and it should be said. You know what I mean? Literally. I believe in telling the truth. And my videos are real, by the way. Literally, most every single one of them is the first take, too. What you see is what you get. You know, I'll put stuff together and stuff like that, and change things up and add my voice to parts and stuff like that. But I mean, it's all real. One guy, one of them, he's like, great special effect, man, because my eyes light up with lightning, and I'm like, zzz, zzz, and I'm like, get over here. We shall take over the world with the white light and join forces, or whatever. And he's like, great effects, man, on TikTok. And I was gonna be like, dude, what are you talking about? What effects? Because that's the power that energy gives you. Remember I was talking about Big Chuck McBride? You guys have heard of Caesar? The dog getting bit by dude who doesn't know what he's doing right, dude? He's got millions of views and all that. Okay, when a dog has dog aggression and is giving all the signs, you don't get in its face and challenge it to a fight and then wonder why you got bit. Literally, while it's eating. That's not the right way. Just to let you guys know. But being a dog, animal, pet, whisperer means about energy. And you guys all know what I'm talking about energy, even if you don't. Okay, have you ever met somebody and right away you're like, that's a creepy energy, man. I feel like you're one of those weirdos that I would beat in the head later or whatever because you probably touch people in the wrong way or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm a superhero. I don't let evil things happen and just watch it. Martin Luther King said that if you watch evil occur and do nothing about it, you're just as responsible. Hey man, hello. So I don't do that. Happy New Year, everybody. 3136 on the timer. My birthday is 6/3, June 3rd. 333, in other words, when I think about it right now. So many topics. Tell me what you guys want to talk about. What do you want to know about? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to teach me about? Oh, here's one. You guys watch tarot or astrology or whatever like that? I do. I'll admit it. It's not feminine. Take my word for it. It's funny because people don't even know what feminine and masculine energy is. There's a lot of women now, not dissing them, but who do what do you call it? What I call the negative masculine, right? Women are strong, right? But you don't need to act like a competitive, weird little boy dude to me as a chick. It doesn't turn me on. It doesn't do anything except make me want to not talk to you. You know what I mean? Same thing with a dude. Being a negative female character, which energy that they've given me before, right? Okay, so like, I'm a father, right? Not only to Floyd and Lily, who passed away 8/15/23 last year. She's in tons of videos too. She's awesome. You got to see her. She's hilarious. So does that mean if I'm nurturing and caring and take care of my kids, I'm feminine? Absolutely not. Right? Or if a woman is strong and powerful and defends her baby from a wild rabid bear, that makes her masculine? No, absolutely not. She's a strong female warrior. Get over here, warriors. You see what I'm saying? Oh, and here's another problem I have. So, in other words, I listen to them, but like someone said to me in the past, oh, then something bad will happen and it'll say something about you're going to meet a new person and you'll leave me and blah, blah, blah. Not at all. You know what I mean? You evaluate whatever you hear on YouTube, the internet, the radio, the television, whatever, the computer. You evaluate that with your own mind. Don't just believe what you hear. Books, too. Someone wrote that book that had a brain, possibly. Did an MRI of the brain and it was negative. Get it? So that doesn't mean that it's all true. Same with the Bible. Although most of what I've seen in there has been true. But I evaluate things in what God and myself would want to do. Okay, astrology and tarot, they get thousands of views, right? And a lot of people believe in what they say and blah, blah, blah. Which you can to a point, which I do with some people. I can tell they have the gift. They'll say exactly something that just happened to me or whatever. Or we'll say the same thing at the same time as I'm watching the videos. You know what I'm saying? But then they say all these key phrases and they don't know what they're talking about. It drives me insane. Because they read a book once or whatever, you know what I mean? That means they're an expert and blah, blah, blah. And they say cool stuff and try to appeal to the biggest audiences they can and say the universe instead of saying God and whatever you may believe in and blah, blah, blah. Yes, you can believe in whatever you believe in. I'm all for that. But I don't need to like sugarcoat what I say and explain myself either, right? But anyway, they say head over heart, right? What does that mean? What is heart over head, head over heart? All right, you know what I do? I incorporate them all. There's no such thing as just going by one or the other. You know what I mean? Well, there is a such thing of it. It's when you're not acting correctly. You should be a holistic, whole being. We are all worthy, whole, and complete as we are. Yes, we improve every day. But it's not a potential, like they say. You're awesome the way you are right now. Every day you're going to try to get better and better and reach this ultimate goal when you've already reached that. We all have God inside of us. And I don't have an ego to say that I'm better than people when I do that. I do that often. Maybe I'll stop. I don't know. Because I don't really care to talk about it. But like it's true. I'm better than someone who lies. I'm better than someone who steals from innocence. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And so are you. And you remember that, believe that, and be proud of yourself. My grandma on her deathbed, 9/20/22, said, Kevin, you're too nice to people. Keep being kind to people, but don't take no crap from nobody. And she was right. Because when you do that, you're degrading yourself, dishonoring the world, dishonoring your country, and dishonoring God. Bottom line. I love that saying from Mel Gibson in Braveheart. If you haven't seen it, it's based on a true story anyway. But he said, you think your position exists to give you money and power. Your position exists to give the people freedom, and I go to make sure they have it. You see what I mean? But anyway, let me tell you some cool stories, because I'm all about positivity now. This is going to be the year for all of us, you guys. It's like what I was saying about how I'll be viral, but then I'll get like barely any views on something and blah, blah, blah. The whole reason I'm viral is because I see visions. Well, not the whole reason. I'm artistic, talented, creative, and inspirational, and intelligent anyway, like many of you are, right? But it's because I believe in what I do and etc. No matter how many people say WTF to me, which is the most intelligent statement I've ever heard in my life, by the way. They say, tons of people say it on my videos, you'll see it. And I feel like saying, WTF, what are you? Who are you? That's all you can say. You can't say, oh, that looked cool, but I don't get it. Exactly. Losers. Oh, this is my Star Trek cup. I should show you my other cup. But yeah, all of my videos, even if they seem funny or silly, have a message. There's one where I say, I've just met the craziest, most badass dog you will ever see. And whatchamacallit, I turn around and I run at the screen like, roar, 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 right? Who can identify with being mad at somebody, etc. But yeah, I live by this thing now, let nothing and no one bother you. And I want to tell you about my videos. Oh, I wasn't on TikTok for like a year, and I have a loyal, awesome bunch of warriors on there, man. But that's what I've been saying, because people always say, oh, they got all the money, blah, blah, blah. How are you going to rise above all this stuff? And how are you going to do this and do that? Well, I did it before, man. And we've all done it to a point, but it depends on what you're going for. Whatever you're going for, if that's important to you, that's what matters. But I'm saying what I'm going for is my voice needs to be heard, because I know the truth about a lot of things that many people spew about blah, blah, blah for years. And you hear it all the time. And you're like, come on, man, seriously. Your energy alone shows that you're trying to screw everybody. Like, we don't believe this, you know what I mean? Like, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, what's that guy's name? The Dalai Lama. He's some religious figure. A lot of people don't know what he is. And this one girl was like, is he really, oh, I thought it was a real llama or something, bro. And I'm like, no, that's just the name from that country or whatever, you know what I mean? But he gives a speech in front of a crowd, right? I can relate to that. Not as many people have been asking me for years, though. But anyway, he gives a speech in front of the crowd, and he leans down to a little boy. And he's like, literally, he goes, suck my tongue. Suck my tongue. And it's disgusting, but I can't help laughing because my brother kept replaying it. I was like, stop it, man. Right? And the little boy sucks on his tongue in front of thousands of people. And they all cheer and clap for the MFer. Can you believe that? Isn't that disgusting, bro? He doesn't even know the little kid. It's someone's kid. I would have been like up on the stage, probably getting arrested for what I did to the guy. You know what I'm saying? How can you ever say that that's religious or needed? Or he apologized later. Oh, did he? Get him out of there. Get all these people out of there. All of us will do it all, you know? But anyway, I had to show you, they take my videos down. I think it's because my voice is better. Like I did Miley Cyrus, and there's one where I danced to an Ed Sheeran video, and it's epic. And like I said, I do everything like first take. And they keep saying it's copyright claim, then taking it off, then putting it back on. How can, when you use a music video or a music on one of your videos through a platform, How can they put a copyright claim on it or mute it? TikTok's done it to my friends and to me as well. And when I just went back on after a year, literally, and I love those guys on TikTok, most of them. There's some that also gave me the unalive threats too, and then TikTok defended them and censored me. Same with Facebook. You are, what do you call it? You're not allowed to talk anymore because you say bullying things. Well, it doesn't matter that they told me they were going to come to my house and unalive me or anything, right, before that. And I said, come on, bring it on, or whatever. And then they called me the bully. Even in high school, I had a team of loyal warriors, but I was the main one overall. There was others too. That if someone picked on somebody, basically in any way, we were there. And we were like, don't do that. You know what I mean? And I believe in that to this day. You don't watch somebody do evil and not do anything about it, bottom line. And it goes on every day. I haven't watched TV since 2020, barely at all. Like at other people's houses, and I used to watch Netflix back then. I don't even watch that anymore. I watch all my DVDs. I recorded a bunch of them from TV, like this Christmas special. It's old as hell with Charlie Brown. Remember him? But people forget about family, friends, fun. I used to have people make fun of me. What is this, Kevin? You want to have fun? Why do you want to have fun? We got to go do work and work harder, not smarter. Kevin, no, not doing it. I worked my ass for years. I mean, like where I barely slept, right? Did you ever notice it's not the amount of hard work you put in alone? Because I do believe in hard work to a point, but I also believe in working smarter, not harder. And like I said, I was doing like 7 videos a day on 5 platforms easily. Not the last New Year's, the one before, I did 22 videos in one day. And most of them were all different, at least in one way or another, with different songs and different videos or whatever. And I'm not bragging. Just saying. I felt like I had to do it. But it's like with a lot of those places, they'll let you keep doing videos without elevating you and without showing them as many people because they still make money off you doing them. So they appreciate that. But in the meantime, they do nothing for you. And it is a real business like anything else is. You're going to tell me acting isn't a real business. Film isn't a real business, no matter the corruption in it, because there's corruption in everything. Except for people like us with the white light. So what I've been saying for years is we all get together, man. It's a part of their plan. They've been working together with their Machiavellian techniques for years, which is like giving one country guns and then selling one country guns, then selling another country guns to fight each other, and they kill each other. Ooh, they unalive each other, and then you're left standing with all the money from both countries. That's a Machiavellian tactic, for example. They've been doing that for years. They're all in on it together, but they're all criminals. So I have visions, and every time I have a vision, it's correct, okay? Think I'm crazy if you want, don't care, because I'm not. And they come true. So what I've seen is, what about when they come over here and bomb here? Do you trust all these people with your lives? You should trust me with your life, and this wolf pack here. Know what I'm saying? For we are the ones. How you like this? Used to have it super short or super long, all of it. I had a beard down to here, jumped in my one river here. Guys, keep talking. Bomb a cat 144. Where'd you go? And drop cookie. Nice to meet you. I believe in looking my best and doing my best and all that, but I didn't have time to clean. I was told to do this live with you guys. I've been missing you all, and I had to tell you all that I would never neglect you and abandon you. I hate people who abandon good people. Say they're scared, but then they can go support and be nice to bad people. Never set yourself on fire for trash to keep warm. Or even if it's being trash and it's really a good person, do not set yourself on fire for them to keep warm. Set them on fire so they can burn. Just kidding. But it's kind of true. What to think about that one. Oh, people like astrology and tarot, they get thousands and thousands of views, subscribers, likes, follows, blah, 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 right, on all these things. So let me tell you the truth about it. A lot of them, when they say things, are correct about a lot of things they see, because they do see. But like some of them like read a book, so they're an expert or whatever, you know what I mean? Good for them, that's nice. I've read millions of books. And have the life experiences, blah, blah, blah. But whatever. Not trying to brag or compete. I don't need to compete. But they'll say things like head over heart, heart over head. No. Combine them. You are a holistic one thing Not one thing, you're very complex. But you are all holistic together. They shouldn't be separate. Follow your heart, yes, and follow your head with it. You know what I mean? Because you're using your heart doesn't mean you're using logic in your brain. I know what they're trying to say. They're trying to say about when you have ego the wrong way. Like you're intimidated by all of my achievements, so your ego tells you to treat me like crap because then you think you're better than me. That kind of ego thing. I get that. But it's not. They should be together. There's no such thing as the logical ego, meaning that somebody treated you like crap. Because that's illogical. Anger is a human emotion. Live long and prosper. Or if you're certain people I know, unalive now. That's from Star Trek. Dr. Spock. What the hell else was I going to tell you guys? Oh, so anyway, they've censored me in a million ways on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Not for me just getting back to haters and bullies alone, but for many reasons. Like one I just posted now, I used AI, this quick AI button on a program I have to crop a middle finger from Floyd in the front. It's epic, this video. And I wanted to call it Cat Apocalypse, but they had a problem with that too, because they said it was like a negative thing, but it's funny as heck. And I did it all amazingly with a green screen and with my cat and awesome. You know what I mean? And then they were like AI generated. No, I'll take that middle finger part out. I did it all. It was Kevin generated. Oh, everybody's watching you and you're going to act up now? This is Floyd. He's a good boy normally. Ah, watch the claw on the throat. Oh, you love it when I pick you up. It's because you're on the screen. Look at him. Look at you guys. This cat is smarter than most people. He's a true warrior. Okay? Hey, everybody, come back. If you build it, they will come. We have built a legacy here with this wolf pack. People want to say what priorities are. Priorities are people, family, honor. And in one of my videos, I had a guy say, if that's what you believe, that's great, about free spirits. But I was saying a lot of people use the word, the thing free spirit as an excuse to not be honorable and not to commit to somebody, even friends or family or anything else. And that's not what the meaning of free spirit is. Technically, I'm the most real free spirit, one of the most real free spirits you'll ever meet. Because a free spirit is someone who doesn't believe in this matrix of going to work every day, even though you're losing money to do so much work through taxes that you shouldn't be charged to begin with. Do you know on every phone you pay a railroad tax from the 1800s on it, and they don't bother to take it off? Of course not, because they make more money. They do that with a million things. They tax a car over and over again when you sell it. It's already been taxed once. There was like a whole war over that with Britain, remember? Many years ago, heard something about that. But a free spirit is someone who doesn't go with the matrix. You know what a free spirit is? Someone like Robin Hood. You make your own reality through your perception. Your reality is not my perception. Your perception is not my reality, because I live in the best reality. You can say whatever you want about me and say I'm crazy and evil and I'm a jerk and blah, 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 but there are thousands of people who know that that's not true and that the opposite is true. You see what I mean? Never try to argue with a fool. I've tried it before. It sucks. Don't do it. Watch this. Ready, Floyd? I'm gonna jump. He's gonna jump. What are you waiting for? Superheroes do exist. I'm gonna show you guys something else. Oh, I got these for Floyd, but he can't have them obviously because they're chocolate. He chews on tons of things and stuff like this, but just because my video got censored and I took it down, I used to take them down, now I just leave them if they say I got a copyright claim. I do not care, because I know that with God and my energy and my brain and my heart, we're all going to the stars. All of you guys. But they copyright claimed my video just because it was mine. They did the same thing with Ed Sheeran with that video. I use it through the program of YouTube, do an amazing dance to it, actually sang to it too, but then it took it out or something, whatever. And then they copyright claim it so that people barely see it, and it's like a legal thing too or whatever. I used it through your platform, bro. Oh, same thing with TikTok again the other day. They said one of my videos was dangerous and they took it down. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're dangerous. So anyway, the video, I think I took it down, but it's up there in various parts or whatever, is we were good, then we weren't, 'cause instead you chose to hurt me and Floyd and the world, including Super Squirrel. But I can buy my cat flowers. Amazing, isn't it? How to pick up a cat is one of my viral vids, semi. This cat will let me do anything with him because he trusts me. Right? Doesn't look like he trusts me right now, but he knows he's being watched on video. At the time you turn the camera on, he'll stop what he's doing. Although he likes to perform as well. Don't you? What is wrong with you? You should see, I have 2 7-foot cat trees, and Floyd and Lily used to chase each other at the top of the tree, jump down, run in the other room, go up. And a year before Lily went blind, she was still doing it when she was 16 years old. She would have done it when she was 17, but that's the year she went blind. There's still some videos of her and Floyd, like she attacked Floyd, and Floyd's like, "What are you doing? You weren't close with that attack," because you couldn't see, but she was kind of close actually. Clark. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is one of the best movies of all time. Oh, that's what I was getting at. What's important? We just had Thanksgiving. We will be thankful for what we have and for all the blessings that God is bringing us right now. We are strong. We are anointed. We are special. We are worthy, whole, and complete the way we are, and we get better every day. But I believe in family. I believe in honor and loyalty and things like that. Like, I wouldn't stab you in the back for helping me. It'd be the opposite. If they stand behind you, protect them. If they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand against you, show no mercy and win. Right? I've seen people let good people get hurt for no reason. And like in my mind, I'm like, how can you do that? Or purposely do so themselves? I'm like, why? And it's like, some people find it so easy to do evil, but not good. Don't you want to feel good? I do. I felt like crap for years. On and off. I always kept a smiley face for the most part because it's the truth of my being, my real truth. Oh, I want to tell you about other things, Tarot. There's this one lady who says it right in that regard. But she says, what is the one thing? Oh, everybody says it too, by the way. They'll even correct me because I'll say it to them or whatever. Like in large groups at the last nursing home, I used to give little speeches and stuff. It was hilarious. Like this one group of CNAs had a whole meeting together to see if they wanted to be the baby mama, the side hoe, the wife, or something like that. And I'm like, man, that's messed up. Who wants to be like that? I mean, even if you guys all want to be like that, then just be like that. Don't lie about it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Keep it all like that and make it that way. Instead of also making a deceitful deception thing where the dude's lying and he's got... Then this one girl was telling me that one guy had like 3 women that were pregnant and having babies simultaneously the same time she was, and she didn't even know about them all. I'm like, I can't imagine that. Like, what a loser, man. I'm sure he doesn't take care of any of them or go see any of them or anything like that either. You know what I mean? And like all for a one-time whatever, man. What was I telling you about my little speeches or whatever? Oh, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Come back, you guys. Write me some stuff. What do you want to do? I'll do a flip. This live is super important because I barely ever done any. 5505 on the timer. 555 means positive change. Whatchamacallit? Absence makes my heart grow colder. And I didn't mean to do that to the people at TikTok as far as my absence. It was because I was getting censored in so many ways and it was obvious. And everyone's like, watch your back, man. You got a target on your back. I've always had a target on my back. You can look me up anywhere on the internet from my RN and NP alone. Okay? And then when I did movies, blah, 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 and they're like, protect your privacy, blah, blah, blah. Well, I do at my homes. But on the internet, they stole my brother's profile off of International Movie Database. That's the one that all the actors really use. A lot of people don't know about it at all. But all the actors, especially when you don't have to be in SAG-AFTRA either. But they use it to show their film credits, producer, set medic, whatever, like me, whatever. Like I said, I had this one guy go in and credit me on like everything because anybody can mess with anybody's profile. It's so dumb. Why would you let anybody mess with anybody else's profile and change things and make it lies, you know? Shoot, forgot where I was going with that. So many things to tell you guys, that's why. Oh, I just heard another notice. It's weird, the things aren't populating still, unless I'm doing it wrong. Guys, send me something. I can't tell if you're on there or not with this weird format. Yeah, there's so many things I want to talk about, but if it's that thing, absence makes the heart grow colder, right? In most instances. You know what I mean? Like people think if they ignore me, in all capacities too, by the way, that it will make me want them more or want to work with them more or want to be with them more or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? And it's the total opposite with me. And I know people get busy. I'm not crazy. I'm super busy. You know, doctor, movie producer, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like I used to always sacrifice my time to help people out, which I'm not saying don't do that. But when it's not being reciprocated in some way, not that I always need validation, blah, blah, blah. But you sure the heck could say thank you when I do something nice for you and make a huge donation for something that you believe in your name, instead of the opposite and treating me like I'm a criminal. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? No. I'd rather not donate for your cause if you're going to treat me like crap. Believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Absence makes the heart grow colder. Let me think of some of these. There's these other phrases. Met this awesome guy, Joe Sean. He says things so cool about energy and perception and true spirituality and such. Most of the people that are telling you how to live your life and life coaches and all that stuff, at least the ones that like you see on TV, I don't know what gave them the qualifications. And some of them are right about some of the things they say. But like, how did you become a master just because you were born into it? That means nothing to me. I don't give a crap what you were born into. To tell me advice on how to live my life and everything. Same thing with the government. Remember there was a thing called Big Brother and all that stuff? Look, he jumps. Oh, you missed it. He jumps in that closet. But they want to tell me what's important. Like one guy on one of my things, I said, and I put a whole disclaimer, 5855 on my timer. A whole disclaimer on my YouTube about it because I wrote New World Order, which used to be a wrestling group, by the way, back in the day too, on whatever that thing is, WWE or whatever, right? And they put a thing on it that's all not true when people say the New World Order, and it means they want to take over the world and lie to people and stuff like that. Well, what they wrote on that was a lie. I wasn't using it in that way. I was using it in my own way, for one thing. And that thing, words can be used as weapons. Words have hurt me more in my life than any weapon ever has or ever will. Literally. Think about words, what they can mean and say. Where'd everybody go? You guys getting bored? What do you want me to do? I'm telling you, I'll do a flip. Floyd. Here, let me throw some light on the subject. But I believe in entertaining. If I can make somebody smile once a day, then that's more than a lot of people do, right? And I'm not even comparing other people. That makes me happy, to make people laugh and entertain people. There's a lot of things we should laugh at People tell me I'm crazy about the things I do and videos and all this other stuff or whatever, but it's like, come on, man, do you see this stuff that you watch? Oh, I've used 2 gigabytes of data. Oh well. Don't care. Like, people think it's important about the election. The election is a made-up construct. It was never supposed to be just Republicans and Democrats or whatever. They never even really existed. It was supposed to be the best leaders running the place. Even leaders, right? The ones with the most education, experience, life experience, skills, you name it. Real leaders that provide freedom for the people, that don't steal their money and lie to them constantly, and work with evil people and show it all. You know what I mean? Here's a great example. All the countries in the world are preparing for World War III right now, okay? But yet, we're shooting billion-dollar rockets up in the air while people all scream and say it's awesome. Who cares about shooting? Why care? Why are you shooting billions of dollars into the air when there's people like veterans themselves, veterans of the United States of America, starving to death, or in these nursing homes getting fed 2 fish sticks and having other residents punch them in the face, things like that. That's what I just went through just recently. You see what I mean? So I just came back on TikTok, and for Cam, Nick, Rev One in the Chaos, used to be this girl, what was her name? J777. There's Scorporina7 on Instagram. There's so many cool people. Margaret Wolf. I saw her message briefly, but I never got back to her like a year ago, so I feel like a jerk. But it's all because half the time I get censored and you guys don't even know it. Or they'll take my video down, or they'll mute my video, or they'll say some stupid thing about my video that's not true. Like the last one I did it was a cat apocalypse. 1, 2, 3 on my clock over here. I did a cat apocalypse video with a green screen with Floyd. I've never even done green screen before in that capacity. I mean, I've done it in regular films in the past or whatever. And I did a green screen with me and Floyd, and the TikTok literally said it was all AI generated. When all that was AI generated was a middle finger of a cat, because it was funny. And it wasn't AI generated, it was AI cropped, and it cropped it poorly. So I should have just not put that part in there. You know what I mean? There's lots of examples I can give you. I did one where I brought a beaver back to life I found on the road, and TikTok said I was trying to be sensationalistic and shock people and all this stuff. But I saw this one guy drips blood on a girl, and he got a lot of views for that. But that wasn't trying to be shocking or anything. A girl in a bikini rolling in blood or whatever it was. Just amazing work, though, you know. Oh, like some of the things you watch that go viral are ridiculous too. That's another thing. Where did everybody go? Oh, some people have to work, Kevin. I work too. I work in many ways, many jobs, but not in a capacity where people tell me what to do. Sick of that. Never turns out well for them or me. But I wanted to do a live forever. I met this awesome guy named Tommy. He's got millions of views, and he's a singer. And he saw my stuff, and he loved it. And we're going to be doing podcasts and lives and things like that. But as far as my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, I don't even look at my Facebook virtually. The DMs, my own stuff, nothing, or Instagram. Basically, and it's not to be rude, it's because God told me to do so, because I was doing way too many videos for way longer time. But I don't work hard or nothing, you know. Just, I can put a video together super fast, a short, like super fast. Like one guy's like, I don't know how you do that or whatever. But they still require work and editing and stuff like that. You know, it's still a real job, okay? As is being a nurse practitioner. But I will only advocate for the people. I won't advocate for political groups that are evil, or the government, or the healthcare system, or the pharmaceutical industry. That's why people are like, that's why you're not rich, dude, because you won't work with the evil people. And I'm like, yeah, I never will. I don't care if I die. I still won't work with them. Me and Floyd are fearless, too. Well, Floyd gets some fear sometimes, but... Oh. Why are you being all weird now that we're on camera? Hi, everybody. I know there's some bored people out there, man. Oh, we save the world here through all means, by the way. Entertainment, singing, dancing, videos, you name it. And I will help anybody on my channel if they're a good person. You know, I don't know who that was, Floyd. I will help anybody on my channel. You should see this place when it's clean. Oh my gosh. But all you need to do is get a hold of me. But I only do text because of all the platforms with hundreds of, I don't even know, thousands of DMs I get. And I hate emails because of the weird thread they start. I try not to even look at them. Voicemails, because I've had problems with my phone for years, despite them screwing me, AT&T and Verizon and all of them. Yup. Oh, people don't want to say that too. You know what happened? I got thousands stolen from me from multiple banks, literally. And people called me a liar about it, like on Facebook. Oh, you're just lying. Yeah, I'm the liar. I never lied about barely anything in my life, but I'm the liar. You know what I mean? And not the banks, right? They said the AI did it. 36 transactions in one day that stole thousands of dollars that they didn't replace, even with the FDIC, right? And they said the AI did it, man. We can't fix it. The manager, everybody. You know what I mean? Oh, don't ever let people label you either. That identity thing. Like people think because I'm a nurse practitioner, I should always be like, well, yes, you did have a myocardial infarction, but we did put you on an ACE inhibitor, a beta blocker, and platelet thinner, etc., blah, 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 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I am that person, right? But I'm also a wolf warrior. You can be both Zen and a warrior. And you should be. That doesn't mean you have to go do crazy things like I do, but you know what I'm saying. Let me show you the house, even though it's a mess. Great to meet you guys. It's so cool. I collaborate with tons of people. Dog and Pet Train, Big Chuck McBride. You got to watch him on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. He's amazing. He's the real dog whisperer. The real dog whisperer. He knows about energy. With him, he's got one where a Rottweiler. I can't find it. I got a file in here of a playlist of a bunch of them. But he's got one where a Rottweiler runs at him, rah, 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 and jumps in the air at him, and he goes like this, and the Rottweiler drops, and he's like his tail's wagging. He walks up, and Chuck pets him. Everyone's like, yeah, right, man. I'm like, there's a video of that, I swear. I can't find it, though. But he can really teach you about energy and about dogs. Whenever you feel down, whenever you're not the right energy, you notice things get worse, like almost. That's because you're going into negative, 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 negative. You gotta go back into the positive and raise yourself up. See what I'm saying? And that is the secret to the universe. Like I said, I wrote a book on it. You ever feel someone's negative energy like an animal does and you want to like leave right away? That's the energy thing. Do you ever feel like you can do no wrong and everything's going great for you? That's what happened with me and my brother with the movies. But then they make it all commercialized. COVID comes, or the C word comes, and you're a murderer even though you were a hero if you don't get the shot, blah, blah, blah. I used to go see people and they were like, that was one of the companies that screwed me. It screwed multiple friends of mine too, MDs, MPs, whatever. Signify Health, they're nationwide. The government lets them get away with it. 1099 employee job where they basically don't pay you half the time. So me and my friends kept our iPads and never went back. But I'd go see patients, elderly people, and they'd be like, yeah, do you want to see my papers? They're like, I got 5 shots and 7 boosters. And I'm like, no, you might as well go get another booster because it's obviously so effective. Meanwhile, they'd also have it too, but that stopped them from getting it as bad. Sure, believe what you want. Believe the government. Ask a Native American about that. You know? Come back, everybody. Almost 1:11 on the timer. But anyway, I wanted to come on here and say that I'm not ignoring people. We all have a destiny, whether we want to believe it or not, and we also all have free will. But your free will dictates if you live the crappiest or the best true destiny. See what I mean? No matter what happens to you, that's what heroes really know. If you're doing the right thing and you're helping people and yourself, you don't help others at the expense to yourself unless they're also doing the same exact thing for you in that regard. Because I used to help people all the time, sacrifice my time, money, etc., and they would do the opposite and work against me. And then I would say bye-bye. I've got any stories. I can buy my Floyd flowers. Watch this. Floyd, say hello to everybody. This cat is insane in a good way. 1:11:26 on my timer. I was thinking about getting my kitten. It's in one of the videos. I feel bad I didn't get it. I went to a shelter and there were so many abandoned animals that I was like, I can't believe that happens. But you better believe it. That's part of this thing I saw in a vision. My brother was reminding me of that too. That any day, everything could end as far as this 3D reality, although we all have past lives and there's multiple timelines and I jump timeline a lot. But it could all end at any day. When Russia was near the Ukrainian nuclear power plant 2 years ago, that could have ended us all. But people forget that the government's been building underground bunkers for years. I'm a conspiracy theorist, by the way. That's what they say about people who tell the truth, that they're conspiracy theorists and then they disappear. But yet that island was allowed to exist. Everybody know about the island? I didn't know about it until someone told me about it. Most disgusting thing I've ever heard of in my life. And Diddy, if I was there, they would have all ran. And I would have saved all the innocent. Literally. With a smile on my face. To believe like something like that exists, and yet those people are the ones running the world, running the platforms, running Facebook. Oh, why they steal your money and do horrible things to people. No, thank you. That's not the true reality. We will fix that. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys, it's a reason for the weirdness with the videos. I would literally do a video a day, at least, on probably every platform, except I get censored, and sometimes the more I do, the less they seem to show people. It used to be when I did like 2 or 3 videos, they would all get thousands on like, say, YouTube. Now it's like I do, it doesn't matter the number I do or what they're about or whatever half the time, and I'll get barely any, or I'll get a few thousand or whatever. And they have weird ways of censoring me. It's so weird. So it's like, I watch my own videos, don't get me wrong. I watch them over and over again. Because they're art. And they're epic and they're awesome. And the songs. And I'm clairaudient. That's when sounds, that's when my ears are sensitive too. I even had an ear infection when I was like, 30 something. That bothered me for a while, but I'm over that now. I have super good hearing and smelling. It's ridiculous. It's a gift and a curse and a superpower. But anyway, if you listen to my videos, sometimes they're a little loud, don't get me wrong, you can turn them down a little bit. But there's lots of stuff, and I wasn't ever trying. I don't try, I do anyway. Like Yoda says, there is no try, only do. Stupid you are. I sense great fear in this one. Notice on Star Trek and many shows, they talk about fear. That's how the government used to get everybody to comply, was with fear. Now they say whatever, the most stupidest, rudest things. Like right now, someone working with somebody, they're both criminals, shooting billion-dollar rockets into space, and the whole world is fighting in a war, and innocents are dying every day. What's the priority, right? And then you say, Kevin, you make videos or whatever. Yeah? And they inspire people, they lead people, they give people direction in their life. They make people laugh, smile. That's why we do it. Right, Floyd? Wait. I wanted to go up there with it. Floyd. Isn't that cool? You can intercom system there. Foy, you gotta eat right now. Let them eat cake. Come on. At least go up for a minute. You can eat in a minute. We don't do a live every day. Me and Floyd want to wish you all a happy new year. Let them eat cake. Right, Floyd? Dun, dun, dun. Right? Made this myself? No, I didn't. I bought it for $5 on sale because it's cake. I like some sweet stuff every now and then. But I'm sweet enough on my own. Me and Floyd are sweethearts. But we're also warriors. Hey guys, say something. Where'd y'all go? I'll get rid of these wrinkles too. Did you know you can change anything in your body? Literally. Collagen, which I've got some actually from bovine. You can literally heat up your face and it will soak in better and apply it for wounds. There's a therapeutic honey for that. Honey's also good antibacterial or an antibiotic to a point. But don't give it to infants under a year old because it's not developed enough for that yet. But your liver regenerates, your cells regenerate, cells die and regenerate all the time. Erythrocytes, leukocytes, red blood cells and white blood cells, platelets, thrombocytes, you name it, they all regenerate. You see how I got a little grayer, a little salt and pepper for you? This streak started from somebody specific. But it's used to be like pretty bright red. But anyway, I've gone down to point, you know how people will say like, oh, you look like crap today, man? Not being very nice, but sometimes it's true, right? It's because you're not in the right phase of your healing. You need to release toxins, etc. So you can heal literally anything. Your face, like you get wrinkles, you name it. And I do believe in exercise and weight training. Weight training lasts forever after you do it. People don't do it right and do it enough sometimes, but you've got to really incorporate that every day. And meditation to clear your mind from the BS, ignore the chaos. That's why I stopped watching TV. It stimulates me too much, and it's mostly negativity and lies. You ever hear of propaganda? And like how they have subliminals? Those subliminals are right because they get in your brain. They're right in what they're trying to do. They get in your brain and make you do things like. And you think you're doing it out of what your brain and your heart is telling you what to do, but you're really not. Like McDonald's adds stuff to their food to make you want to eat more of it. Okay? Literally. And for years, all these companies put subliminals behind their commercials, like come eat our food, spend all your money on our food, blah, blah, blah. It's not fake. It's real. Just like the government watching everybody. They watch me all now. Some girl at work's like, you probably have a target on your back for the things you say. I'm like, I've always had a target on my back. It doesn't scare me at all because I'm with God. I am fearless. I don't care. Come at me. You know what I'm saying? But like they poison our food with genetically modified organisms. I started eating organic fruits and vegetables one time with my ex-wife, and she was like working out all day, and she was eating them too though. And she lost a lot too and gained muscle. But it was harder for her with the female thing, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But like literally in like a couple of weeks, I lost like 30 pounds of fat and put on like 30 pounds of muscle. And I was like, "Rah!" From eating organic fruits and vegetables. And like people say, you can't always trust that they're organic, but you can kind of because I can taste that they taste way better. You know what I mean? But why would you want to do that when you can eat something that says right on it, artificial? Or you get something that says made with real fruit. Amazing. I expected it to be made with real fruit, not with fake fruit. I believe in being real and genuine because I am. That's why a lot of people have a problem with me too. I don't play the Matrix's game with the agents of the Matrix. You can try to say lies to me all you want. I see the bigger perspective of the whole world. Blah, blah, blah. There's something else I want to tell you about what people always say that's not true that I can't remember. Oh, but I was trying to say you should live every day to a point as if it's your last. You could literally any day get in an MVA, motor vehicle accident, and something bad could happen. One of my friends at work, he keeps my card right next to his heart. He's an RN LPN from another country. But he respects me and I respect him. He said one day, I mean, his dad was 70, but the age doesn't matter. You guys know that his father got in a car accident and died. Right? Isn't that horrible? And he obviously loved his father and stuff like that. And I mean, I had that horrible thing happen to me, way more than that. You know, I mean, I had many horrible things happen to me, but I also had amazing things happen to me. But when something happens either way, you don't let it get you down. You keep rising up. That's where that term came from, rise above. Oh, now I thought of something good else to talk about. The term that is super important. What we're talking about all here is vibes, life, and having your best life, by the way, you guys. Just to make it an overall topic of your best life, because that's what it's really talking about. And that's what I've done my whole life. But now is the time, with this new year of 2025, we will all live and be totally alive. I redid the Hawkins scale of vibes the correct way. It's not complete, but he tried. God and destiny should be at the top, not just enlightenment. Okay? If you copy this, I'll know you did it. But you see what I mean? This is the vibe scale. So what the secret to life truly is getting out of this and going to the top, literally. Although they say joy, peace, and enlightenment, which are all super important, don't get me wrong. It's been very hard for me to have peace in my life with some of these multiple people. 12202 on the timer. However, God, destiny, and love should be up there, including true love. And it doesn't just mean romantic love. And by the way, some of my sayings seem like I'm against LGBTQ or other people, you know what I mean, like in my videos, but it doesn't really make me seem like against it, because those that know, they know what I'm saying. But I've used them, and I'm going to stop using those terms altogether because they've been changed to mean, see how words can be weapons? They've been changed to mean bad things or to mean things that they're not, and blah, blah, blah. Example of that is saying queer and gay and other things like that. So I'm just going to stop using them, but they rhymed, like gay rhymes with say. Year rhymes with queer. You know what I mean? So they come to my mind, I just say them, but I am not against anybody like that, and I'm not dissing them. I even say that in the videos, though. I mean, I say I don't mean gay in that way. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like queer used to mean weird. Gay used to mean happy, actually. So I'm not, whenever I've said those terms, I am not against anybody. I am against people. I'm against people who are evil, who have untrue intentions, untrue heart. And even though they can be reborn and make amends and do the right thing, until they do so, I will not be nice to them. I will not help them in any way. I am a lot like Jesus, except for that part. I don't really forgive. I do, under the right circumstances, I guess I should say. But there's a lot of things that are totally unforgivable, especially when someone hasn't made amends to do so. Anyway, unconditional love. Love is one of the highest things on the wall scale of vibes that you should know about. Ultimate consciousness is up there too. Flow, getting by, and at the bottom is suffering. But like at the very bottom is shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear. That's not even right. The middle, which should be higher than the middle, is courage. And then above that's neutrality. That's not higher than courage. I'm sorry, Hawkins, you're wrong. Acceptance is a good one. Oh, love is on there. It goes from the top down, and it goes enlightenment, peace, joy, love, and reason. And I added God, destiny, and love up there. Okay? So it's very important what I'm talking about, believe it or not. I have someone who asks me, oh, all my friends don't ever invite me to anything. Then they tell me about it later, and I'm like, why didn't you invite me, and why are you telling me about it now, kind of thing. And he goes, but I still want them to be my friends because of unconditional love, and I love them that they're my friends or whatever. And I'm like, okay, dude, think about that for a minute. So they basically use you to talk to and be your friend, but they won't admit it to anybody or invite you to any of their stuff that they invite all the rest of their friends to. Therefore, unconditional love can exist. You can still love those people, but not unconditional tolerance for their BS. You tell them, why are you not inviting me? Do you not like me? Do you not want me in your life? If that's all true, good for you. Bye-bye. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't take my energy anymore if you don't want me in your life. or you only want me for what is good for you, what you think is good for you, and you can't even invite me to anything or invite me to hang out or whatever, bro. Literally. That's the difference. Same thing with romantic love. I don't care. You can unconditionally love somebody, and then when they treat you like crap, cheat on you, lie to you, don't make amends, keep doing that kind of stuff, and trying to rationalize it and being nice to losers who hurt people instead of to the great people or stuff like that. Yeah, I still love you unconditionally, kind of. Um, but I don't have unconditional tolerance. You won't be in my life anymore. I won't give you any of my energy. None. Zero. Time and space. Give me your time and space. I'll shoot you into space on one of those rockets. I don't need your time and space so that you can ghost me and treat me like crap and try to control me. Good try. It won't work with me. I'm cool with being alone. And I'm never alone. I'm with Floyd. I'm with my son. I'm with my dead grandma. You name it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. Ghosts don't exist. Heaven and hell don't exist. Blah, 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 blah. As some people say. I don't care what they think. It's true. It absolutely does. Oh yeah, I can't even say NDE anymore, a near unalive experience. But other people can do it and get millions. But that's one thing. And the K word, I'm not allowed to say that. And I don't mean Kevin. Okay, so there's my thing on unconditional love. Don't give them any of your energy. None. If they won't make amends in action, not just words, although words can be very important. Because when you say the bad ones, project stuff onto people and say the opposite of what they really are. Like 1 minute I'm a god. The next minute I'm Satan with my claws, trying to get you into my cage behind closed doors. No. Well, the cage thing does excite me in other ways, but I'm a little weird like that. A lot of my videos, I'm in a cage. It's my own cage in the basement. Sound like a serial killer to you? Me too. Don't worry, only if you're evil. My ex-wife used to say, dude, you got like a serial killer list. I'm like, hey, want to do that to me, man? Got to. You know? Frosty the Snowman. This is kind of something I'm talking about. This is like magic. Some of these films are magic. Watch Aragon if you've never seen it, you guys. It's about true loyalty. Nobody's like barely ever seen it in their life. It's old now. Look at this. Floyd. I did videos on it. But basically this guy, this whole movie is epic and like barely anybody has ever seen it. Basically, you know, he's a kid and he gets a dragon and it's just so magical. It's awesome. But if you think about many things in life, they literally are magical and some people try to take the magic out of it. Like I've had people say to me, oh, that one I did a video, oh, what was it? And the guy said, oh, the one about the New World Order I was telling you about. And this guy goes, Kevin needs to get a job. Kevin needs to get his ass a job. And I was like, dude, my job, if I cared to do so or had the time, would be beating your head in right now for saying that to me. You know how many jobs I've worked, and I would, even without meeting you, I would beat you in any challenge effortlessly, immediately. I'm talking chess, checkers, video games, martial arts, you name it, mother F. Because you say I need to get a job because of my video. My video is epic. I like don't even have barely any technology that I use. Like I have the most basic stuff from before. I didn't even, I've got some video cameras and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? The way I put it all together hasn't ever been done before. And that video is freaking awesome. It's Watch the World Burn. And I don't mean the good world. I mean the bad world. Anybody who's, oh, there's another one, The Matrix. Whoever hasn't seen The Matrix, that is this world. People who believe in false prophets and bad people running their lives, telling them what to do while they steal their money and you go to work and do it every day. That's the false matrix. Our lives are meant for more than that, okay? Way more than that. God himself told me, and my grandma, and my grandfather, and my other grandma. This is my grandfather, Peter Neubauer, blinded in World War II, met Helen Keller. She gave him an engraved watch, and my grandma Nan. Me and my brother and Floyd and Lily when the apocalypse started many years ago, but people didn't see it like we did then. Me and my brother with Jay and Silent Bob. That's actually Jay right there. My cat Kyler, he was the man. I taught him to go to the bathroom on the toilet. Isn't that awesome? Literally. I have videos of it. I want to find them from forever ago. Right, Floyd? If you can. I was a little off there. My bad. Yep, follow the leader, everybody. But that's why I wanted to get on here and tell everybody some of the main things. I'm glad I got to hit on unconditional love. Oh, but that if my videos are erratic, that would be the reason. They try to silence me, literally. And I don't appreciate it, but I don't care because I've beaten many armies before. What is that saying? I'd rather be with God than be with the whole world and have God against me or whatever, or something like that. But it's true. What do you guys want to talk about? Someone please say something. I think this thing froze up forever ago. We had some really weird things happen to me on some of these things. And really weird how I put it together sometimes with the music and my voice and stuff. In a good way. That I wanted to show you guys. But here we do everything. We do film, B&B, except I don't really care about the first B. No, the second B. Or the first B. I've got a bunch of land I basically want to rent for filming or whatever. And I have for years. Like in California, just to rent a donut shop for 10 minutes, like 10 grand in California because they've made movies there for so long and they know what to do. Like cops and everybody will drive by and lay on the horn until you pay them off. There's so much corruption in this world, but that's why we are of the white light and we will bring the world out of this corruption. Because all it does is hurt everybody except for the few people at the top doing disgusting things. Yeah, I look like crap today. I gotta start healing that. There's ways to get, I know many ways, natural ways. They don't want you to know about them. To heal yourself in every way. I mean, your hair, your skin, all that stuff. I'll get into that someday. Oh, let me show you guys this. This is interesting. See, you can always pause these things so you can see these things. I meant to tell people about that with my videos because some people don't know. But you can always pause them and see things that are quick. My one friend at a time was like, oh, I can never get to it because you show it so fast. And I'm like, because I'm trying to do the whole video and you can always pause it. You know what I mean? So anyway, this isn't a complete list, by the way. Interpretation of angel numbers by me. Like, for example, my soccer number was 7. I have 7 in my birthday, 13333 on the timer. There's so many things. So anyway, but yeah, pause this and check these out. I know my writing gets a little bad. I am a healthcare provider, though. Got to remember that. But it's all true. Lily died 8/15/23 at 10:10. 10:10 means ending and completion, fairy tale endings. That's what we'll be now. Because it's 1/1/2025. Happy New Year, everybody. Merry Christmas. I believe in Christmas. I believe in magic. I believe in honor. Even if there's multiple, I believe in loyalty. And we are of the 777. Destiny achieved. You're with Kevin in heaven, baby. The snowman. Keep not being able to sing when I do these lives, and normally I can sing really well. But you're supposed to have your inner child. You're supposed to have excitement, like me and Joshan at work we're talking about. Look at it this way. How do animals live, right? You want to live like an animal, Kevin. You know how animals live? They live by the moment. And you could plan for the future, but you don't have anxiety about the future. You see what I'm saying? About thinking bad things are going to happen in the future. Because you manifest your own stuff from other timelines and stuff like that. I hate the word manifest too. You pull it from other timelines is how I do it, right? So you can that's what I did. And me and my brother and many people I know have done it because it's easy to do. Like we went to the top with all our movies. The next thing you know, nobody knows who we are. COVID hits and nobody makes a movie again and they start making it and they all forget about you or whatever. Well, I forgot about you too then because absence made my heart grow colder. And that includes business, all realms. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I think I was going to do a flip for you guys or something. Well, Floyd takes a nap. Come on, Floyd. Get with the program here. Yeah. I do everything. I do a little bit of everything. And after COVID, I started really putting all my eggs in tons of baskets and having tons of eggs. I'm pregnant right now. Pregnant with destiny. So yeah, we're going to the stars. That was a bad one. Hope it looked cool though. We're going to the stars, you guys, and anybody that, that's why I hate it when people act like they don't believe or they only half believe. There's some people, I'm going to open my own nursing home, and they're all about it and everything, but they're like, let me know. You know, if we all got together, like all the amazing people I know of the high vibe. Yeah, it looks like crap. Oh, well. All the people I know that are of the high vibe, if we all got together, we win. And that's all that's been going down all this time. For it is Revelations now. I don't care what anyone says. It's the most evil time the world has ever seen. And the most apathetic time where people don't seem to care. Like they tell me all the time, well, they're politicians, Kevin. But then I have people get on me and be like, oh, you really shouldn't say the S word or the F word in your videos. It's funny as heck. You know what I mean? And sometimes it adds a little punctuation to it. But that's the thing about where words mean something. This one lady came, and of course they stopped her medicine because they're incompetent fools for a GDR or something like that because she was feeling great from geriatric drug something where if they're on a medicine they wean them off or stop it depending because it could be bad for them. But I'm sorry, this lady had no quality of life at all until she was on that medicine, and she told me that, and they stopped it and she went insane. I was bent over typing on the computer and she came up and she kicked me right up the bone. I was like, oh my God, don't do that, that hurt. But anyway, she left, come back. They didn't do anything, of course. They never do anything for psychiatric people half the time. They say they do it and they send them right back and they make tons of money. Whenever we sent somebody that was at a danger to themselves and others for years from these nursing homes. It's such a joke. Just like every time you send them to the hospital, they say, oh, they got a UTI and send them right back. And they still made all the money and did nothing except waste time and delay medical care. I'm not into that. I'm into doing the right thing. That's why they don't like me sometimes. What was I talking about? Oh, she came back after the one time she left. And this isn't breaking HIPAA because you don't know her. Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, she came in and she's like, what's up, mother effers? I'm back. Hilarious. That was the one who kicked me up the, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just funny. But then I got people saying, oh, they're politicians, honey. You can't stop them from stealing your money. You can't stop them from doing the wrong thing, acting like crooks, stealing all your rings. Yeah, you can. That's why my grandfathers fought in World War II. That's why this country exists. It's supposed to be a country of honor and greatness. I don't see honor and greatness. I see Revelations, the most corrupt, evil time in the world that has ever been. There's been a whole island of people that are stealing your money right now on all the platforms and running them and everything that from ideas they probably stole from people like me, and then so that they came up with them, like Musk. I don't think he invented anything. I think he stole it from everybody. He's got some inner workings with how he got to where he is because I don't care. Anyway, what was I talking about? So tired lately. But guys, say something. Where'd everybody go? It's nice to meet everybody. But yeah, I do what my heart and brain and everything tell me to do. And that's why I have erratic videos, because forever, like I said, all right, here's a good one. I did my first edited video, edited by myself and another, on January 2022. So we're going into the third year now. And at that time, I had 5 subscribers. Now on YouTube alone, I have 1,677, probably, I'd say. That's not bad, right? But then everybody's like, oh, it's not real work. Doing videos isn't real work, blah, blah, blah. Well, you do it then. and say something nice or don't say anything at all. We'll go back to the golden rule. If you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. And as for constructive criticism, I don't accept it from most people. Some people I do, if they do it in the right way. But I already know what I'm doing, man. You know? Like I have people try to say, oh, you should do this instead of this. And they mean it in like a demeaning way to me. And I'm like, I don't really care what you think. Leave me alone. You're not my friend anymore. If you're going to say stuff like that to me, you know what I mean? Like they couldn't say anything good about the video at all, but they could be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm not claiming I know everything, just about everything. But there's all these dudes that are masters and they say that, oh, I thought of one I love. Like every astrology person, right? They'll talk about when you meet somebody that they're love bombing you. They love to say it and say like it's a horrible thing. Like there's this girl, Alice, on a thing. It's funny, her name is Alice. Come down the rabbit hole with me, everybody. But she was always like, oh, they just want to love bomb you, and some of the people hyping you up and saying the nicest things about you are really the ones that are stabbing you in the back. Yeah, that happens too. Don't get me wrong. She's right. She is right. But I say I will only exist with love bombing because I love bomb you back. But the difference is with this kind of love bombing, you and me both love bomb each other forever, even as friends. Like my friend Joe Sean, he's like, I miss your smile, man. I miss your laugh. And I'm not homosexual or anything. Not there's anything wrong with it. There's tons of LGBTQ, everybody on my team. The only people who aren't allowed on my team are evil people. Haters, losers, bullies, those kind of people. You know what I mean? But he's like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of that stuff, by the way. I don't, you know what I mean? Do what you want. As long as it's not evil or bad intentioned or whatever. And I know that other saying, the path to hell was paved with good intentions. I don't really believe that because I have good intentions and I'm not going to hell. And my path is a destiny unlike many's, but many are joining me and we will all have this path. There's a bunch of people they call the chosen ones. Everybody was chosen. Everybody has God in them. But they also, many of them chose to live a selfish life in which they hurt themselves and others through their actions, behaviors, and words. And I don't believe in that. I had one guy look at me one time and I thought he was my best friend. One of them. He wishes. But I knew him from when I was like, even shorter than I am now. And he looked at me one day for no reason and he goes, you think everything's all about you, man. All about you. I was like, what do you mean by that, man? I was like, I saved your dog's life. When you couldn't be there after you ran him over. I literally saved his life. What are you talking about? Everything's all about me, man. Because I told you a story about something that happened or whatever? And he's smiling because he knew he was making me mad. That was his goal, I guess, to make me mad and try to make me feel bad or whatever. And he goes, you're getting mad. I go, I'm getting more and more mad by the second. If you don't say something contrary to what you just said, you either leave or I'll punch you in the mouth. And he just looked at me. And he goes, whoa, I meant blah, 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 blah. All right, well, I let it go for that time. But I found out later on, Oh, there's another good saying, true colors. Most people, even that dipshoot person, most people, it's not really showing their true colors when they do something bad like that saying goes. They're not showing their true colors. They're showing a bad side when being influenced by evil and stupid thoughts and just being mean jerks. It's not, I even know him. He is a true warrior, but he will never be again because he wants to keep going back to acting like that. Despite all the things he tried to stop acting like that. He even told me that. You know what I mean? But I don't care to even think about it anymore with him. You know what I mean? Gonna act like that? No one needs that kind of negativity in their life. Trying to think of something else the astrology says. Because I know people like astrology. They get thousands of views and half of them say lies. You can make anything into existence from other timelines with your thoughts. That's why you have to look at that poster that I got from somebody that did not follow it. But I have faith in God and that person and other people. Even that other guy I was just talking about, do the right thing someday and become a true warrior. They can ask me about it if they don't know how to do it. But that poster says your thoughts become your words, become your actions, become your character, become your habits, become your values, becomes your destiny, warriors. And it's true. Don't ever think in your mind that you're a worthless loser. Think I'm going to change, if you are a worthless loser, like some of these people that comment on my videos. Think I'm going to change and I'm going to make amends for what I did, and I am not a worthless loser. Or I messed up and I'm going to never do that again and I'm going to make things right. How about you think that? Same thing when you're depressed. What do you got to be depressed about? Every day, every minute is a miracle. It's snowing outside right now. Baby birds being born in one of my videos. This thing is a miracle. How does this thing run around and antagonize me and act like a weird person dog? Because it's real. It's magic. Magic. Did that scare you? Magic. You should see, I got a video of him opening his presents that my brother got him last night. It was epic. But yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, everybody. They literally try to silence me. Literally. Because I tell the truth. So I don't care. I will continue to tell the truth because I fear nothing. And that's what you should do. But that's the secret to life, to having the best life. For one thing, it's joining my team, even if you can't afford to sponsor or donate or whatever, which I appreciate all the donations and sponsorship offers. I've been collaborating with many people, Upstate, Upstate Pawn Shop, and there's so many. Big Chuck McBride, the Dog Whisperer. Check him out. I'm telling you on YouTube, you gotta see him with the energy. And it doesn't just apply to dogs. It applies to many, many people. I've had it where I'm just in my cool energy and people come over, like cool dudes, girls and everything, and they're like, yo, dude, did you need some dressing for that you're eating right there? He's like, I couldn't help but notice. I'm like, sure, man. But that's because I was in a high energy and he recognized that vibe that me and him together are cool. Where before that, I was thinking he's one of the types that would want to get in a fight with me just because blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't do the right thing sometimes. He's a biter, just like my ex. Hilarious. I like to be bitten in good ways, like a wolf, but not in bad ways. But there's many people like us. Remember what I was saying about how they don't care about a nuclear war? That's everybody's excuse for everything. Not that they're doing anything about it at all except making everything worse. Will you stop? It knows it's on film. Because they all have underground bunkers. So no matter what happens, they think they're going to be all right. That's why they don't care about the rest of us. The rest of us would unalive in that situation, right? If they get in a fight over all their dishonorable ways. Total terrorists that are running our country, literally all of them. There is like anybody you can pick that would be better. Almost. You know what I mean? Like I know tons of RNs, MDs, NPs, construction workers, you name it, that have real honor, integrity, values. Some of them have education, you name it. That would be better. All these other people have none of that. None. But yet they tell you what to do. They steal your money. They ask for donations so they can win the election. Who are you to ask Americans for money? You should be giving Americans money. How about all that $7 billion in rockets you shot up into the air? Should shoot one of them up into the air, and even if it costs $1 billion, it'd be worth it to get rid of them. All of them in one rocket. Bye-bye. Let's distribute all the money to the good, correct people. There you go. We'll all live great lives and do good things and save the world. Did you ever see 300? They're true warriors that did it out of honor and sacrifice and to save their country, to save their people. They did the ultimate sacrifice. True warriors. Not the other kind who are stealing and lying to us all along and doing nothing to help the innocent. Literally. People have been starving on the streets of America for years, and it's just getting worse and worse. And they cover it up with all the lies on TV and everything else. There's local areas around here, food banks, people camped out in tents that have been living like that for years, and nobody cares about them. And you can say, oh, they deserve it, blah, blah, blah. there are some people that, like, I'm not saying they deserve it, but like I'm in a kind of a small area, but Syracuse is big, obviously. But like, there's some people that really don't deserve that. You know what I mean? Just recently, I hit rock bottom like a million times. You wouldn't have believed it, man. After going doing assessments on patients and being disrespected for 2 years, and they didn't pay me for half the visits, so I was losing money to do my job. I got this cyst on my back. I treated it myself with multiple methods. That one friend did help me. He was a true warrior then. I was literally laying on my ground with a dog, and then that I was watching, and literally with Floyd, with no heater, electric, freezing, with ooze coming out my back. My whole back hurt, and that's just as I was older. You should see all the stuff that happened to me when I was younger. And like, it's just ridiculous. In the meantime, I see all these people who are beyond undeserving, false, evil prophets that hurt people every day, running everything. How about we all get together and run everything and do it the right way? Instead of giving 7,000 turkeys away to staff and various community members to get a tax write-off for all of them to get even more money that they're stealing from the people that pay $15,000 a month to live there, and giving them 2 fish sticks for Thanksgiving, for example. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't sit here and watch as the rich. I'm like Robin Hood. I steal from the evil rich and I give to the good poor. Is the only other difference too. I don't give it to, like, if you were an evil poor person or a good rich person. See what I'm saying? And you know by the vibe alone, your vibe brings your tribe. Blah, blah, blah. Another cliche from Kevin. You'll be in heaven with 1111, 777. It's not just luck. It's the number of God himself. That's why there's 7 days in a week. The Grinch. Who doesn't love the Grinch? You see it at the end of all the Christmas movies, okay? Christmas is one of the best times of the year, the most magical times of the year. At the end of all the Christmas movies, the person got screwed by the bank in the one. It's a Wonderful Life. The Grinch stole all the presents from everybody. But actually, they all ended up, like with the Grinch, he ended up being a great person. He was just sick of getting treated like crap and living alone in stagnation. Can't you relate at one point in your life? You know? So he stole all the presents, but then he felt bad and his heart grew 7 sizes that day. And then he went and saved the freaking day. And everybody loved the Grinch, okay? Hear what I got to say. Be happy and gay. But for real. But then the other people too. It's a Wonderful Life. Scrooge. What about Scrooge? Patrick Stewart does a great Scrooge story. I forgot the name of the story. Write it in the comments, please. What is that called? The story of Scrooge. Remember all the ghosts visiting him and taught him how to be a good person, and then he felt bad for all the people he screwed over, and then he became a great person. See, these people that are running everything now, mostly, I'm not saying there aren't some good people there, but in all levels of government and all kinds of administration and all that, they're really bad people. They just want to steal these people's money. I've worked in almost every nursing home in upstate New York in the last 16 years as an RN, you can imagine, and I know all this. That's why they want to unalive me and shut me up on all my videos and stuff. Because they know I'll tell the truth and they won't be able to steal money from innocent elderly people, sick people, rehab people, infants and children in this country. Because I will change that when I am the leader. Because I deserve it. And so do many other people in this wolf pack. Because we don't just say it, we mean it. We mean what we say and we say what we do. Sometimes it sounds like Dr. Seuss, it kills me. But I'm really rhyming though. Now is the time to rhyme. Don't get covered in slime. I don't care about your rash on your... Just kidding. I do. I got some cream for you. Let me know. But anyway, guys, we're going to have the best year. And please watch all of my videos have a message. All of them, for the most part, are funny and or have some kind of emotional thing to them. They'll make you laugh. They'll make you cry. They'll entertain. It's truly my delight. Kevin 7D. A new perspective of seeing things. Because here we change timelines. We don't live in stagnancy. I don't believe in being stagnant. Oh, there's another thing about me and Joe Sean talked about, the RM, right? I was saying to him, think about, David Blaine says it too, the magician person, but he's right. Think about how an animal lives in the moment, like a squirrel with a nut. He's like, I'm so happy I got this nut. I can't believe they unalived that squirrel, by the way, Peanut. I mean, I never really saw any of the videos or anything, but I heard about him, I guess. And here we got Super Squirrel. But it just makes me sick. Someone did that on purpose. You know what I mean? Why would you do that? What was your rationale? He's got a disease, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. I don't believe it. Don't believe people, especially evil people, from their words. Believe what they do, their actions. Action and effort is what I require because I do it for those who do it for me. Let everybody stop talking. Come back, everybody. Please talk to me. Talk to me. I know there's people, tons of you behind the scenes that watch my videos that don't like or say anything or whatever, and I still appreciate you guys. I do, because I know you're watching. I wrote that in one video. I'm like, if you don't want to see the truth, don't watch this video. And I said, you know, New York State trooper police named Adam, by the way, chained me to a wall for 14 hours straight and refused to give me food or water based on false fraudulent accusations alone. And because it was the C word and I got there half an hour late to be able to talk to somebody about it, it was all total BS. What was my point in telling you about that though? I'm not saying all people are corrupt, but totally corrupt. Don't worry, I told him to go back to school and that he should protect and serve instead of locking a doctor up. What if I was on call? You know, or what if I was a diabetic? Or either way, even if I wasn't a diabetic, 14 hours straight with no food or water, and I didn't have any all day before that, and I went in to do the right thing, and then he comes and clips the thing around my ankle, and I was like, get it the F off me now. And he goes, yeah, not many people want to stay the night with us, but you have to now because you came later on after that other cop begged you to come and lied to you. You know? And I go, I certainly don't want to spend the night with you idiots. The one listened and he knew I was right and he didn't say anything and then he left the room. But the other one, I told him how life worked for a while, made his face turn red. Because that's what he deserved. You know, lock up a doctor for no reason all night long and refuse to give me food and water, dude. What is this, Nazi Germany? I know that's how a lot of these government officials want it to be, and a lot of these corrupt people. There's good police officers too, though, by the way. There's one who loves my videos. He came to serve me a few times when people tried to sue me over BS. And he's like, Kevin, it's me, don't worry. Because I'm like getting all ready, you know. I'm like, here we go. And he's like, it's me. He's like, I love all your stuff. I'm like, oh, you got to see my TikTok too, man. And he got right on it or whatever. So he's a good cop, you know. But I've had some like literally like that guy chain a doctor to a wall for 14 hours, refuse food and water to him for no reason. I told him to go get an education and learn how to protect and serve and do his job all night long. I warned him too. He's been warned, so he's one of them. I am karma and they're the itch. If I choose to do so. But anyway, yes, we're going to make movies here, like so-called real movies. My movies are real. But like regular length feature films, like I've done a million times before in my life, that they're on Amazon and a lot of them are on YouTube if you look at my old stuff. As far as feature length movies or ones I've done locally in Syracuse, New York, like with Tiz from All Grown Up Entertainment. I forgot Charlie's name that I'm going to be working with too to do stuff, but we're going to do all of it. Podcasts, what do you call it? Live events like these with everything. I mean, music. I mean, everything interesting and cool. Here we raise people up to the cool levels, things that are interesting, like truly interesting. You know what I mean? Good things, things that make you smile, things that give you creativity and intelligence just from watching them. Remember I was talking about the subliminals they've been doing on you for years? Go eat at McDonald's. You're hungry for a Big Mac right now. Blah, blah, blah. We can make you fat and dumb and stupid and die early. I'm sorry, unalive. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just like this unalive thing. It's for 18 plus, but you can't swear, but people can let innocent babies get unalived every day in Ukraine and around the entire world and not do a thing about it. Oh, and veterans to starve and everything else in America. That's okay though, you know, but Because someone swore on a movie, it's the end of the world, and that makes them a bad person and not worth watching. Yeah, right. Tell them another one. 221. 222, you're on the right path. For you. What is wrong, Floyd? Because I keep talking to them and not to you. Come on, guys, give me something to work with here. Because I was telling you, this is the year. This is the year of the 777, of the white light wolf legacy. I hope you're watching this, Nick. Nick's the man. Nick's the true wolf. Sean, who am I forgetting? Sean, Sam. There's tons of people. And they all know who I am and who they are. We are all the true wolves of this world. We'll get rid of all this corruption. Get rid of all these people who have islands where they abuse children. I'm not into that. I'm into them being gone. Shoot them up in the rocket with Musk. Okay? And all of us will take over that have true integrity, honor, morals, values, skills, talents, leadership. Know what I'm saying? So anyway, I try to show all of that in my videos at all times. Love my country, hate my government, by the way. In all my videos at all times. But after a year, I went back to TikTok. And all the ones I don't get back to in the comments and DMs, I'm sorry, but God told me not to for so long now. Because I was like going viral. I'd get back to every comment. I used to educate people who were rude to me. It's 222 right now. Literally 222 on this clock. And 202 on the timer, 2 hours and 2 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. That's called a synchronicity. That means the energy is aligning for all of us, you all. Bringing that energy. You got the juice. You know what it's like when you got the mojo. That's how we're going to live every day here. Ho. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It rhymed. I really don't think you're a ho. But you know what I'm saying? You know what it's like when you got the juice, when you feel the power. That's what you should strive to do every single day. Every minute is a blessing. Every minute you cannot be in this current reality. You could be gone. Right? Look what happened to Kobe. You know, look what happened to many people that are awesome. You know, at any moment. That's why you thank God for every blessing, every minute you have. It's a chance to be alive. It's a chance to be happy. It's a chance to make your ancestors and your family and your friends proud. And you be proud of them. That's the problem I got with this current false matrix we live in. Trying to tell me about values and integrity while they disrespect me. So many people. I don't care. Never try to argue with a fool. And I also agree with the saying I learned from somebody from Lao Tzu. Nature takes its time and everything gets done. Right? And it does. And I believe in nature. Right? But get this. Nature also knows when action and effort is needed. Immediately. You want to wait on people and say, oh, they probably don't care about me anymore because I've ignored them and treated them like crap. You want to wait on that. You want to wait on making amends for anything you've done. You want to do all that. Then you'll be waiting forever. You'll never have me in my amazing big energy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not rude. It's not punishment. It's not me getting revenge. It's none of that. It's the bottom line. You want to treat me like crap? You want to give me time and space? Have all the time and space you want, for I am the commander of time and space. But there's also action and effort needed now. If I see a little baby out there with a bear running at it, I'm going to sure the hell run out there and save that baby. And that's the way I am. And that's how I expect most people to be. Or at least have something they would do about it. Maybe that isn't the exact correct reference because some people would get scared or something. Scare the bear away. Something. Use your brain. Save the baby. Where the people in our government would do anything they could to get money out of the bear and the baby and shoot them both. You know what I'm talking about. You all know what I'm talking about. I know people who worked their whole lives and then they got their retirement stolen at the end. And guess what? The government wasn't there for them. They probably participated in it all. They probably got half the money. They don't care. But we care here. And we're going to have the best year. All this suffering, stagnation, thievery, corruption, and hurting of the innocent has been going on for too long. They have ripped heart from chest with what they have done to people. And here at this channel, we are going to improve everybody's life, every day, every minute, and we will never quit till our last breath. Watch all the videos. You will then understand, man, how to be a true warrior. Get over here. See you in the stars, boys and girls.